5. This weekend, he was asked about his first season as a Laker. Take a listen.
For me personally, it's a disappointment for myself because I hold myself to such a high standard. I'm disappointed in my body in the way it reacted on December 25th. I just know that I know what I came here to do, and that's to put this franchise in position to play meaningful basketball games in April, going into May. And at that point on December 25th, the way I lead and the way I preach, it was right on target.
Okay, Chris Broussard is back with us this morning. Good morning. Good to have you.
How y'all doing?
Hey,
Boy, Shannon got that tight shirt on.
Shake Shannon. He can do what he wants over here.
You're so extra.
Why is soup so tight?
I'm going to
What's
serve
going
you
on?
because they're already on something.
I know.
Should
Yeah,
the injury
Pinky.
be a legit excuse for LeBron? Chris?
I'll just say I'm intrigued by LeBron's pattern.
Huh?
Do we know what that is? Month to month, a different thing? I want to know what that is to lead them. But
Okay.
what I'll say is this. Excuse is a strong word. Thank you. But if I had to say, why are the Lakers not in the playoffs? What's the one reason that their season is over? There's a lot.
Injuries.
And LeBron had a lot to do with a lot of mistakes.
No,
But
not
if I
enough
had to
good
point
players.
to one thing, just the playoffs. No, I would say the injury. Yes.
Yeah,
If he's
I
healthy,
hit that first.
if he doesn't miss those 17 straight games and 18 overall with the injury, or come back. Now, I guess that's up for debate. How hurt was he when he still came back? He put up great numbers, but couldn't win. If you take the way that injury, I think all that's different. I'm not necessarily saying they're the fourth seed, but they're in the playoffs. And I think even Skip, agrees with that. So by that definition, I would say, yeah, it's a legitimate reason. I'd rather use that word than excuse.
I offered an explanation.
Right, yeah, it's an explanation. Now, it doesn't excuse a lot of the things LeBron did wrong. He didn't close out a lot of games early, and then obviously when he came back from injury. I don't think his leadership was as good as it's been in the past.
I agree.
I think whatever his involvement was in the Anthony Davis fiasco, that got out of control, and he had some
Involvement or non-involvement.
Yeah,
It don't
whatever
matter.
the case, he's in there somewhere. Okay, how much we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So but the injuries you cannot discount. I think if you sit back and look at this season fairly, you're gonna have to one, point to LeBron's injury, and two, the other injuries.
Rondo.
He brought up, and I think obviously, look, he brought
Everybody
it
got
up
hurt.
conveniently. But the fact it is true that he, Kuzma, Lonzo, and Brandon Ingram only played 23 games together, and in those 23, they were 15-8.
Project that out over 82, Skip.
23 games. I mean,
Project that over 82, Skip.
So my turn?
Now I'm gonna let you. You know what, Skip? Because I want you. If you're willing to project that out, I'll let you go. Go ahead and project that out. But go ahead, Skip. Take it away.
Thank you for giving me the floor.
Uh-huh.
Now it's my
Skip
turn. And I'm
Bayless.
sorry. I am
Boy, you
calling
tell
big
nothing but
BS
bullshit on the
on
internet.
LeBron James for planning yet another injury excuse with all those billions of blind witnesses out there
Really?
who will just blindly accept it and say, he was hurt. He was hurt. He doesn't have enough help and he was hurt. Why doesn't he just man up one time? Just man up and just say, we had a bad year and I will bounce back better than ever next year.
They got hurt,
Because
dude.
well, fine.
You jealous of LeBron, ain't you?
Why do you have to revise history? Because he revised
You could just talk about it. He
history
actually doing
dramatically,
it.
just the way he tried
You
to
jealous,
revise
huh?
history after they got swept by Golden State, and he goes to the post-game media session wearing a soft cast on his right hand.
like the cast.
Stop it.
That wasn't a good look.
Stop it, Drama King. That's Drama
The
King.
only thing
You call him Drama Queen, but I'm going to just stay with the
The
King.
only thing he didn't divulge how he did it. They said he did it against the black boy.
Okay.
He hit JR side.
Okay.
Noggin.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. I just have to reiterate that he told
Man,
Allie
leave JR
Clifton
alone.
about what happened
He gonna
on
suffer
December
forever
25th
for
at
what he
Golden
done.
State. He's saying, I'm on a routine fast break. Drummond kind of gets his hand on the ball. I lose a little bit, and I tear my groin. Quote, unquote. I tear my groin. And then, I'm sorry, but the next day, he sees the 3D picture, the soft tissue picture of his groin. The doctors look at it. The team doctors, I don't know who looked at it. Probably a bunch of doctors looked at it and said, LeBron, You have a grade 2 strain of your groin, but you're going to be okay. Let's give it 3 to 6 weeks. Somewhere in there, maybe 3 weeks, given your history, you'll be back. So he tweets, dodged a bullet with a big exclamation
thought he
point.
did.
Sheesh, praying hands to the Almighty above.
Almighty.
Hashtag back in no time. If he
They were
had
really
torn his
jealous of
groin, they
LeBron.
said, LeBron, you have a torn groin. There's no way he is tweeting that because you can't tweet out of a torn groin.
Didn't want
If you tear your groin, it's possible you're done for the year.
But he
Are
didn't
there
want.
grades of tear?
But here's the thing, Skip. Skip,
Yeah,
look at
just
this.
because you weak, Skip Bayless.
That's a tear, right?
It's strain,
That's a tear,
I don't like that
strain
noise.
tears.
That's a tear, Skip. You see them in their grade, they're level to this thing, Skip.
Here we have a situation
wouldn't know
that's
nothing
actually
about
what
that.
happened to number 2 in San Antonio last year because 3 weeks later on January 16th, a Wednesday, the Lakers post a release that says straight from the lake, official, LeBron James.
Every Honda has the soul of a race car, and at the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event, you can take that magic home. So race it.
Oh, yeah, I'm putting a commercial and everything in there, cuz.
Evaluated our team medical staff and physicians today and has been cleared to return to practice commencing next week. Does that mean
I don't know how to
he
do
had a
all that
torn
editing
groin? I
shit
think
yet.
not. I think the Lakers just flat out said he's got a strained groin and it looks like it's on the mend.
I think
Is that not what they just called out LeBron James? And how did his agent Rich Paul immediately respond? He called you and everybody else.
Well, I was told, or I said it on this show, that LeBron, I don't know what it was, 5 weeks in or 4 weeks, whatever.
This was
and if
3.
it were the playoffs, he'd be able to play.
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah.
If this is the playoffs, he'd be ready to play. And instead, Rich Paul just goes crazy, and he probably wasn't quite as profane with you because he would respect, that I'm not going to do it to Chris, but to Sam Amick of The Athletic, he says, this is Chris Paul, it's Rich Paul, quote, we don't give a, and he just used the whole word, you know what?
We don't give
Nobody
a
thinks
fuck.
or says. We're not on nobody else's timeline. So obviously they were
Right.
angry that the Lakers had posted this, had released that
they
he
were
is
angry
ready.
that the Lakers tried to put them under the gun by releasing them and forcing them to come back. Because remember, the Lakers were in a tailspin, and they tried to put the pressure on them, knowing that LeBron, because remember in the interview, he said as he saw the lead start to dissipate in the Golden State game, he's like, I need to go. And the trainer's like, well, hold on, bro. We hadn't
Okay.
diagnosed you yet. So the Lakers were trying to appeal to his emotion.
Okay. So, what does the Hall of Fame Shannon Sharp always tell me? What has he told me for about 3 years?
What do you know,
The
though?
rule is, if you put on that uniform and you step on that field or that court, you have no excuses. You are playing football or basketball.
So
Skip.
I want you to hold it. You too now. So when he says he needs load management, I don't want to hear nothing. Why isn't he playing?
Did you
I don't
not
wanna-
say that? Was that not your golden
I said
rule?
that's exactly what I said. So LeBron and athletes moving forward in the NBA, if you can't give me 100%,
Okay. So,
Chris Broussard said it's okay to sit it down.
pre-torn groin, quote unquote.
And stop doing hashtags. We know what you said.
Quote unquote.
There's a lot of
I'm not
those.
doing hashtags. LeBron was
All
averaging
right, jealousy
35
real
minutes
for
a game,
Skip.
27, 8, and 7.
Yes.
Nice numbers. Then he comes back and he goes up to 36 minutes a game, and he goes up to 28, 9, and 10. That's post, quote unquote, torn groin. Stop it, LeBron. Just stop it. Like, you're fine. And what did your eye test tell you? You know and I know. If you have a torn groin and you're trying to rush it back, you're going to be limpy, you're going to be gimpy, you're going to protect that one leg, you're going to wince, you're going to grimace. I saw none of the above.
Chris.
I saw full-scale LeBron
Chris, let me ask
James,
you what.
all out
I wanna
LeBron
ask you this
James.
one time. I was wondering, you tell me this. When was the last time you saw an all-time great player get his shot blocked at the end of the game with the palm by a guy we've never heard of?
I've seen it many times when he shies from the free throw line. He just doesn't want to shoot the free throw.
What the
Hang on,
fuck
hang
is
on,
you
hang on.
talking?
Oh, no, I don't want to get the foul. I don't have to shoot
Wow.
those free throws.
I said get his shot blocked
Yeah.
with
And
the
you
palm.
should have played in the
I didn't
NBA,
say take
Skip.
the shot and
Maybe you
miss
could
it.
have
I
blocked somebody
pointed that
shot.
out to you the next day.
Skip Bayless.
I think where we saw it mostly was his defense, because that
Yeah.
groin is going to affect your lateral.
Yes, Skip Bayless.
His defense wasn't. Look, it's not LeBron
You
James'
see him
defense.
explode and tomahawk.
Every once in a
Yes.
while he did.
Yeah.
Just let me ask, because I feel a lot of what you said, Skip, but let me ask you this question.
Oh,
If
well, that
LeBron doesn't get hurt on Christmas
He
Day,
knows
let's say he
nothing
just
about
plays his
being an
regular
athlete.
78 games, whatever. Are they in the playoffs?
Okay, here's the flash.
Answer
point
the
that
question.
I
Are
forget
they in
if
the
you brought it
playoffs
up,
or
but
not?
Once
Hater.
you tear the team apart over Anthony Davis, all bets are off. You can average 30, 20, and 20. You can go Russell
No one
Westbrook,
answer that,
and you've
though.
lost those kids that you say you lead so beautifully.
So that's your biggest reason.
Okay, well, it
versus
just
injury.
tore them apart. I still think if he'd come back and average those numbers, and again, they lost some key pieces. Lonzo was a huge loss.
just
on
say you
defense,
jealous of
and
LeBron.
He just was. So
Because
again,
Ingram's numbers were good. Ingram played well after the Anthony Davis.
so did Kuzma.
What I'll give you is this, and we know there's always drama with LeBron. Even if he doesn't get hurt on Christmas Day, and again, I stand by they would have been in the playoffs.
I agree.
But the question is this.
He don't want to say
would
it, though.
Would this Anthony Davis thing still have become an issue? Because LeBron, every year in Cleveland, there was some drama. And
Right.
so even if they were rolling along, maybe the 4th, 5th seed, whatever, come February, would LeBron still have started calling for Anthony Davis? And if he did that wouldn't have been a good look. But I don't know. We don't know the
So
answer to
he
that.
put up better numbers after he came back, except for one crucial number, and that's wins and losses. 8 and 13 after he came back.
Dude, she's a
It's
hater.
just not good enough. Not enough impact on the scoreboard.
And I don't know if Chris, you ever had an injury growing, but I have. It's a lot more difficult to play defense with an injured groin because you don't know where the defender's going. At least if I got an injured groin and I got the basketball,
you know exactly.
I know where I'm
Right.
going. And I'm not going to do anything that's going to put me at risk.
Kick his ass, Shannon.
Sudden movement.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing defense, I got to slide
He
here,
wouldn't
slide
know.
there.
He don't
I'm
play
not saying-
sports,
I'm
Shannon.
not saying he was locked down defense, sitting in the chair for 36 minutes before he got. But I think that injury made it look. I mean, then he started looking like Harden a couple of years ago. You remember Harden?
Right.
But that's okay. Skip, I want everybody to pile on. That man got big shoulders. We're going to drop 10 pounds and still be able to carry this thing. But we're going to come back.
And with the big shoulders, had the audacity to have his independent physical therapist post on.
Come on, Skip. You ain't gonna hold my dude. You ain't gonna hold that against him, right?
on her whatever site that he was in pain.
Would you have
His
felt that?
injury that should have been taken 6 months.
think
It
he
should
put
have
it
taken
up to
6
that?
months.
No.
We don't do
6
that.
months.
They have
We
to
do
take it
that.
down.
I know.
We do that.
I think
We
he
put
thought-
up our physical therapist to do that.
Well, sometimes, Skip, we look, and that's this is how I am in social media. Sometimes I'll meet some celebrities, Skip, and I'm like, do you mind if I post this? Because I don't want them. I don't want to post something about me being somewhere, them being somewhere,
right.
and then someone take. So I'll ask, do you mind if I post this? If
Right.
they say no, cool, no problem. I'm sure she probably like, hey, took the picture with LeBron. LeBron didn't think she was gonna post it.
Or say
I think she got
said.
tired of
The criticism,
right,
Yeah.
and she now who I don't want to call her a liar. Who knows?
For him.
Yeah,
Help him
6
out a
month
little bit.
injury. She
Yeah,
said.
that was
6 months.
Probably 3.
Wow.
At least 3.
3 months. Well, that's the end of the year.
Respect the
At
king.
the end of the year, Skip.
That would
You know what? You know what? I tell you what. I done talked to him. I talked to him.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, my guy, telling me." Then what? Cause that's what he called me. He called me his guy. He said, "My guy."
He said, "My guy."
You don't have that energy come October 2019.
That's what you're supposed to tell me.
That's what he said. He
Tell that
said, "My
guy?
guy, tell them." He didn't say no specific
Tell
name.
them.
He said, "Tell them that energy, that passion, have that."
I feel
Have that
like-
same energy next year, Skip.
He didn't put
Well,
no
you gonna
name.
hate forever, though.
No name. He said, "Tell them."
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have the inside. Thank you for getting this
Might be
complete.
talking to Jenny too, cause Jenny been talking real foul lately. Jenny
know.
been real crooked.
It's
about
facts.
LeBron.
It's
That's
facts.
her guy about to get axed.
You know
Throw
what?
me under the bus too. Chris, good day.